Paris, the cosmopolitan capital of France, is one of Europe's largest cities, with 2.2 million people living in the dense, central city and almost 12 million people living in the whole metropolitan area. Located in the north of France on the river Seine, Paris has the well-deserved reputation of being the most beautiful and romantic of all cities, brimming with historic associations and remaining vastly influential in the realms of culture, art, fashion, food and design. Dubbed the City of Light and capital of fashion, it is home to the world's finest and most luxurious fashion designers and cosmetics, such as Louis Vuitton, Chanel, L'Oreal, and more. Paris contains numerous iconic landmarks, such as the world's most visited tourist site the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Louvre Museum, Moulin Rouge, and Lido, making it the most popular tourist destination in the world with 45 million tourists annually. For centuries, Paris has been one of the world's most important and attractive cities. It is appreciated for the opportunities it offers for business and commerce, for study, for culture, and for entertainment. Its gastronomy, haute couture, painting, literature, and intellectual community especially enjoy an enviable reputation. Paris is site at a crossroads of both water and land routes significant not only to France but also to Europe has had a continuing influence on its growth. Under Roman administration, in the 1st century BCE, the original site on the Ile de la Cité was designated the capital of the Parisi tribe and territory. The Frankish king Clovis I had taken Paris from the Gauls by 494 CE and later made his capital there. Under Hugh Capet, ruled 987 to 996. And the Capetian dynasty, the preeminence of Paris was firmly established, and Paris became the political and cultural hub as modern France took shape. France has long been a highly centralized country, and Paris has come to be identified with a powerful central state, drawing to itself much of the talent and vitality of the provinces. Paris is positioned at the center of the Île-de-France region, which is crossed by the Seine, Oise, and Marne rivers. The city is ringed with great forests of beech and oak. They are called the lungs of Paris, because they help to purify the air in the heavily industrialized region. For centuries, Paris had attracted artists from around the world, who arrived in the city to educate themselves and to seek inspiration from its vast pool of artistic resources and galleries. As a result, Paris has acquired a reputation as the city of art. Italian artists were a profound influence on the development of art in Paris in the 16th and 17th centuries, particularly in sculpture and reliefs. Painting and sculpture became the pride of the French monarchy, and the French royal family commissioned many Parisian artists to adorn their palaces during the French Baroque and Classicism era. Sculptors such as Girardin, Coysevox and Cousteau acquired reputations as the finest artists in the royal court in 17th century France. Notre Dame de Paris, meaning Our Lady of Paris, also known as Notre Dame Cathedral or simply Notre Dame, is a medieval Catholic cathedral on the Ile de la Cité in the 4th arrondissement of Paris. The cathedral is widely considered to be one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture, and it is among the largest and best-known church buildings in the Catholic Church in France, and in the world. The naturalism of its sculptures and stained glass served to contrast it with earlier Romanesque architecture. The Arc de Triomphe Paris, the most monumental of all triumphal arches, was built between 1806 and 1836. Even though there were many modifications from the original plans, reflecting political changes and power struggles, the arch still retains the essence of the original concept, which was a powerful, unified ensemble. The Arc de Triomphe stands at the center of the Place Charles de Gaulle, also known as the Place de l'Étoile. It's located at the western end of the Champs-Élysées. The arch's whole decorative style is entirely of the tradition of sculpture from the first half of the 19th century. The Eiffel Tower is a wrought iron lattice tower on the Champ de Mars in Paris. It is named after the engineer Gustave Eiffel, whose company designed and built the tower. Constructed from 1887-89 as the entrance to the 1889 World's Fair, it was initially criticized by some of France's leading artists and intellectuals for its design, but it has become a global cultural icon of France and one of the most recognizable structures in the world. The Eiffel Tower is the most visited paid monument in the world. 6.91 million people ascended it in 2015. Le Marais is a historic district in Paris. Along the aristocratic district of Paris, it hosts many outstanding buildings of historic and architectural importance. It spreads across parts of the 3rd and 4th arrondissements in Paris. Le Marais is the closest you will get to the feel of medieval Paris and has more pre-revolutionary buildings and streets left intact than any other area in Paris. A glance at some of the beautiful buildings and houses indicates the wealthy status of the former residents. The Louvre Museum is the world's largest art museum and a historic monument in Paris. A central landmark of the city, it is located on the right bank of the Seine in the city's 1st arrondissement. Approximately 38,000 objects from prehistory to the 21st century are exhibited over an area of 72,735 square meters. In 2017, the Louvre was the world's most visited art museum, receiving 8.1 million visitors. An average day in Paris will cost you around €75, but if you plan to cook the food yourself, then €45 will be a more reasonable estimate. Hotel prices range between €40 and €1,500. To find the best and cheapest hotel deals out there, check out www.triphunter.net.